Today I'm going to be showing you guys 5 cover art hacks that I use that has helped me save a lot of time and will help you save a lot of time too while designing. Now all these hacks, I've used in my cover arts, I've used in my videos and all that, so I'm just bringing them to your attention, kind of breaking it down for you guys, and yeah, you can keep it for yourself, speed up your little time a bit. But before we get into the video, I do want to shout out my packs. If you guys are looking for easy drag and drop packs, go and check it out at caution.com. I will leave a link down below. Every sale does help the channel, helps make better videos and shit like that, so I appreciate every single person that's been copping lately. Alright, so the first hack that will absolutely save you a lot of time is actually creating a saved document or a saved preset document. This is simply just to save you time, so you're not typing in the dimensions and all that. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and go to new document. So you want to click on this blue button here, new file, or you can go up here to the top, click on file, go to new, and then when you're here, you're just gonna get one of these, or it might be on like 1928 times 8, whatever it is. And what you want to do is you want to change the preset details to cover art or whatever you want to name it, and with the width and height you want to make sure they're the same number. So whether it's 3000 by 3000, that is like the standard, or 1500 by 1500, it's all the same, but 3000 by 3000 is the standard at the moment. So that's what we're going to be doing for this. And then the resolution, you want to make sure that is at 300 pixels per inch, and the background you can have it as, I usually put it at black anyways, so I'm just going to keep it at black. And then once you're done with that, you want to make sure you click on this button here and save preset. You're going to have to name it again, cover art, and you want to save your preset, and there you go. That is how you save presets for documents. And a little bonus tip here as well, like I said before, if you are running 1500 by 1500 or anything smaller than 3000 by 3000, what you can do is you can go to export, go to export as, and then you can go here and you can go to scale and you can do 200%, and that will make it 3000 by 3000 when you do render it out. So that's a little bonus tip for you guys as well when you're actually finished with your cover art. Alright, so the next tip is to actually go and get Upscale AI. Now the reason you want to get this is because a lot of images online, or even a lot of client images, a lot of the times they are going to be trash. So what you need is an AI upscaler, and the ones online you have to pay for them or they just don't work. So I'm just going to show you guys how it works, or the example of it. So this is the image I'm going to be basing it off of, so you can see the artifacts and all the pixelation going on. So obviously you don't want that, but with Upscale AI, what you want to do is you want to go and select the image here. So this is the image right here, and you could go around and select the model here. I use Real ES Organ, or whatever the fuck that says. Right now you can mess around with these. I just stick with this one. If your PC isn't running the best, you can mess around with these, but they're all just different kind of styles of upscale. So digital art, if you're doing like digital art upscaling, and so on and so forth. You can mess around with some settings over here as well, like JPEG or PNG, web, whatever, image scale, custom, all this shit. The main thing here is the image scale. So you can see here at the bottom what it's starting at and then what it's outputting as. So it's going to change depending on where it is. So I like to go for 2x or 3x. It depends on the image, but usually I go for in between the document size. So this will be perfect right here. So you just want to click that button there, and depending on your PC, it's going to either be really slow or really fast. It does take a little bit, and even right here they have a slider here to show you. They used to have a zoom. Yeah, here we go. You can actually change it to zoom. So you can see here the artifacts are completely gone, and just like that, all of those artifacts are gone. Now the next tip I have for you guys is actually zooming around your document. Usually people go down here, they grab the magnifying glass tool here and they just zoom in, zoom out, or they do control minus and plus, which is fine I guess, but to save time is to use control space and then left click That's just to zoom in and out, and then when you let go of control and just hold space, you can move around the canvas like so, and it just gives you a bit more freedom. Now, depending on your preference, obviously, if you like flick panning, you can keep this enabled. So what this does is it glides whenever you move around. It glides like so, but I don't like that. So if you guys are wondering how to turn that off, you just go down to tools and you want to turn off flick panning. So the next tip I have for you guys is to create pre-made adjustments or to create a routine for your adjustments. Now, with cover arts, adjustments are like the #1 thing, especially in the underground where there's a lot of effects going on. And having a routine around your adjustments will save you a lot of time. What I recommend doing is actually going ahead and creating some pre-made adjustments so you can go into them. If you guys don't want to put in that work, I do have a whole adjustment preset pack made by me, and those are all my adjustments I use for my cover arts. But I'm going to be showing you guys how to actually create a routine for your adjustments. So I'm going to be giving you guys my routine. So my routine looks like this. It's going to be a gradient map that is black and white, and what I do is I change the blend mode to overlay, and I'll mess around to fill depending on the image. Then I do a brightness and contrast, bring the brightness up, contrast up. Then I do a curves. Now with curves, I like to make a S kind of shape here. So you want to bring this down on the left, you want to bring this down, and on the right side you want to bring it up. Now the right side is the brightness or the highlights, and the left side is the darks or the shadows. Now I also like to put a vibrance. Now depending on the image, if there's a lot of vibrance, so in this there's kind of blue tint, so I'd bring the vibrance down on this a bit. Color balance, I like to use it. It's all dependent. I might not use this. It's mainly for kind of scenery type of cover arts where there's like maybe a sun in the back, or there's kind of, so you'd want to use color balance when there's tone differences. So say there's a sunset here, but this is a dark bluish kind of cover art, you would bring this to red, and you'd blend in with the sunset. You use your eyes. All right, now that is my kind of adjustment. Preset here, or routine. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my presets that I do have. Now what I was talking about before is creating your own actual presets. Now, if you guys don't want to create your own, or if you guys don't want to go through that hassle, I do have an adjustment pack, and all you have to do is bring your image into this pack and go through the CCs or the LUTs here. I like to go through the CCs, and they all have their own effects here, and it just creates easy looks right off the bat. And these are all just what I use in my cover arts. So if you guys are interested, I will leave a link down below like I said before. So the next hack I have for you guys is to go ahead and get free brushes. Now this is the website I use to get my brushes. These will literally help you come up with crazy effects that no one else does. So all you want to do is just go through them, and if you see something you like, just download it, try it out, and just experiment with all these different types of brushes and create different types of effects with these. Now I'm going to show you guys how to install them. It's pretty simple, so I'm just going to get like a random one. So I'm going to get this smoke brush here. I'm going to go to free download. Just have to wait, and it's going to download itself. Alright, so once you have it downloaded, what you want to do is you want to go to the RAR right here, and you want to go to WinRAR. You want to extract, and then you want to go here, and then you just want to double click on it. And once you do that, it's going to open up here in your brushes here, in your brushes tab. And that's all you have to do to install it. Alright, so the last and final hack I have for you guys is, this is something not a lot of people know. I feel like I didn't know this until like probably a few months ago. It's going into filter and going into blur gallery and using these blurs. Now the blurs I use are these two right here. These are the best two blurs in my opinion, and I'm going to show you guys what both of these do. Iris blur is like a eye kind of blur, so it's just a circle blur, and you can distort this and mess around with it as much as you want. You can also create multiple different points just clicking around the document, and you can create some really cool effects with this, like some really cool depth focus effects with this. So that is why I'm putting it in this. This is a super underrated. I don't think it's ever talked about. We're going to go into tilt shift here as well. I'm going to show you guys what that is. So this is basically, it's a clean cut off subtle blur. You can rotate this, you can make it bigger, smaller, you can do a lot of things with this, and you can do the same as before. You can create multiple different points to create a certain effect. There's a lot of different distortion settings here, a lot of bokeh, a lot of cool effects you can create out of this.